Hi everyone, John Zwart here at Home and Property Real Estate. Continuing on our previous discussion about product and service, I'd like to draw your attention now to an observation. We in Canada and in the US are in the midst of a transformation, a wholesale shift, if you will, in the way that goods and services are delivered. And this change, this shift, may well turn out to be as disruptive to our broader society and the economy as those changes that took place during the Industrial Revolution. Now, I'm not trying to be alarmist or to make a value judgment here, but I will say that with any major change, this one included, the shift will undoubtedly have some negative repercussions, particularly for those who are caught in its crosshairs and are unable to adapt or make the necessary adjustments. Consider that it wasn't so long ago, most people, just about everyone, made it a part of their regular rhythm or routine to go shopping for various wares at a mall or other retail district in their town. And to be sure, there are still many people doing this. If you go to one of the shopping centers in our area, to Conestoga Mall or Fairview Mall, or if you go to the boardwalk on the west side of Kitchener, you see lots of people out and about doing their weekly or bi-weekly or periodic seasonal shopping. But if you talk to the owners of many retail stores, you also get a sense that these activities aren't what they used to be. There are stresses now for retailers that weren't there a decade ago. Stresses related to consistently decreased sales volumes in their shops. Now, we may not notice this when stepping into any given store at any given time, but we are beginning to see some of the long-range effects of this in terms of empty storefronts in downtown areas as well as in strip plazas and even some shopping malls. People's habits are changing. Yes, they may still run out to their store, local favorite store for clothing or hardware or camping gear or some other thing. But they may now also be just as inclined to check it out first online on their smartphone before getting into the car. And while they're at it, while on their smartphone, they may just as easily be inclined to order the item through Amazon instead of going to the store. This is what's been happening and what's been building momentum. And this is, of course, having a stressful impact on independent local business. Now, the interesting thing here is that the transformation I'm talking about, this shift, is impacting not just the retail sector, but other industries as well. Take taxis, for example, or hotels, travel agencies, stock brokerages, and yes, even the real estate industry. It's happening across the board in almost every consumer-oriented sector. Brands like Amazon, Uber, Airbnb, Expedia, and eBay are now household names. And these companies that have perfected an online shopping or service experience are growing at the expense of more traditional models. Now, of course, not all traditionally oriented companies are resisting change. Some of them are forward-looking, holding moist fingers to the wind, so to speak, taking stock of the prevailing direction, and they're making appropriate adjustments. Some are going head-to-head with Amazon or Uber and the rest, and are trying to create an online experience of their own that rivals that of these titans. There are also still newer startups that have taken note of the shifting patterns in consumer behavior and are building on the success already demonstrated by others. And still, there are those who are carving out a healthy niche, appealing to clients that are contrarian at heart and wish to maintain a viable vestige of a more traditional retail model. All of this speaks to the fact that there will continue to be success and failure in the world of consumer business. Some of the titans of decades past are no longer here, and new titans have taken their place. So too, there has been and will continue to be a change of players on the local front. Who will be the winners and the losers in this business environment going forward? There may be some premonitions already, but really only time will tell. In my next video, I'd like to build on the background offered here today and speak more directly to the changes and shifts happening in the real estate sector. And I think it will begin to make sense to you why we at Home and Property are well positioned to be a strong player in the midst of transformation and change, and why you would want to consider our services when buying or selling your next home. Stay tuned. I look forward to interacting with you again soon.